It's Malaka time, motherfuckers, and welcome to Malaka Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about my intense dislike for Hearts of Iron. Now, I'm mainly going to be talking about Hearts of Iron 3 and Hearts of Iron 4, just because it's the most I've played. I would assume that other Hearts of Iron would fall in this category a little bit, but then again, I'm very unsure, but it probably does. So, why do I dislike Hearts of Iron? And I'm still a little bit baffled on why people really enjoy Hearts of Iron. I mean, I did enjoy it to some point, but after a while, it just kind of got redundant. Because nothing. So, okay, before we say that. So, what hurts Hearts of Iron in general? So, first off, Paradox hurts Hearts of Iron. You may be saying, why? Why does Paradox hurt Hearts of Iron? Paradox's thing is this: they release a game, it's either playable slash good with potential or complete shit. Hearts of Iron is that, but you could tell that like you have to pay for major patches. Like Hearts of Iron 3 wasn't considered really playable or enjoyable until you got, For the Motherland or whatever, I forget the other DLCs. You really had to buy these DLCs to get the full experience and feel like you got your money's worth and that it was a full, complete, I put that in quotations, game. And I really dislike this way of Paradox's doing. Though I do like and enjoy Paradox's games, I just don't understand this model, and it's really fucking shitty. I mean, look at Crusader Kings, for example. It has more than $100 worth of DLC. Now, some of them you don't need, but even then, the DLCs that you do need could probably equal to another fucking game. And that really hurts the game because I believe that when games are forced to have mods to make the game good or playable is really dumb. And Mountain Blade is a good example of this. The core concept and everything of Mountain Blade is really good, but they just lack the funds and to expand on it more and more and more. Now, of course, they're releasing Bannerlord, which, obviously. But for like Mountain Blade Warband and the original Mountain Blade, Warband only adding really new textures and multiplayer, but all Mountain Blade is mainly considered good because of its mods, and it's true. But I want a game that can be good coming out of the gate, sort of almost like The Witcher. Now, The Witcher can be modded to a point, but it's not, not really that modder friendly. But you get my idea. And I just feel like Paradox just drops the ball on this, especially for Hearts of Iron. Now, kind of taking that away and I might as well just round it out with fuck you Paradox for your DLC bullshit and paid patches. Fuck off. But we're going to go on from that. I'm going to claim the game has no real depth. Sure, you can different terrain, customize your divisions, do different technologies and faction focus trees and stuff. Sure, those are great, but they really don't do anything for you. Because the majority of the gameplay is not only micromanaging your troops, but you're just attacking. There's no strategy behind it. Sure, you can kind of create a little bit of strategy by dropping paratroopers or trying to naval invade and other stuff like this, but it's lackluster. It gets boring very quickly. Now, I'm not sure what can be done. I don't have all the answers because I really have not sat here and critically thought about it. And also, I'm not a game designer. But what I can say is that it's shit. But I think I know a couple things that will actually help the game improve and actually set it off in the right direction. For one, good fucking AI. Okay, so this is another thing that I will go into something else too that I have in mind. But first, the AI. Horrible. Total trash. I mean, especially when you're allies with the AI, they never attack, they never do anything, they just occupy your territory that you take, and they just take up your supplies, and it's really fucking dumb. That hurts the game, along with, if you again saw my Austro-Hungarian campaign, I took France with like, I want to say 50 divisions, something like this, and France was part of the Soviet Union and had help from the United Kingdom and other countries as well, while Germany was being butt-fucked by Belgium, Netherlands, and everyone else too. So it just shows that the AI is severely incompetent, and if they fix the AI to be at least doable and playable, Because sure, you could choose Iron Man mode where you can't save and you have increased well, I don't think it's Iron Man, I think it's just hard or something, but you're penalized. That's just a cheap fucking way of creating false difficulty. Now, I know that you can't make the AI super intelligent every time, but the AI can be worked on so much more. I know it can. I know it can. The next thing I would like in Hearts of Iron is to expand politics and espionage and spies. They still haven't gotten this down. It is still fucking atrocious. It is complete garbage. I don't understand what the fuck. I mean, it's impossible to... You probably can't... Well, you can, but there's no point in arming rebels. There's no point in starting a revolt. There's just no point. It just takes too much time. You'd rather take over the country because it'd be way fucking easier. There's just no point to it. If they had a proper intelligence system where you could gain intel on the enemy, their supplies, and that's another thing, again, that I want to get into, and actually create revolts and unrest and sabotage key factories or resources or something like that, it would add so much more depth and stuff, because this ties into the one thing that I would really like is supplies in the game. So I believe that if they added supplies to the game, it would create a lot more depth, a lot more thinking, and just a lot more of everything. Oh, actually, I'm going to tone it back a bit. Supplies. Resources. I will remember supplies, but I won't remember resources. I'm tired of just building, like you're just given, like let's say as Germany, you're just given some tungsten. I want to build factories on that tungsten. I want to increase the output instead of researching a technology. I should be able to build more buildings than just building factories, and they take half a year, depending upon how much civilian factories I have. I want to be able to build more and develop my nation with more infrastructure buildings and more factories and, again, just other things to increase my tungsten production. Maybe there's some more resources that you could put on the map or something that you could gather and trade away or sell or do something with to make it more interesting to then prepare your nation instead of, oh, I'm Austria, I don't have enough tungsten, I have to trade away every factory I have just to get some tungsten to build tanks or something. It's ridiculous and very, very stupid. I'm pretty sure Germany and France have way more tungsten in real life than fucking they have now. Well, in the game. It's quite atrocious. But now going back to supplies, because this kind of ties in. I've always wondered why games like Hearts of Iron or Empire Total War or Napoleon never had supplies. Now, what I mean by this, so let's say, we'll take France as an example. Let's say Paris has all the factories and it's producing all the supplies from weapons, mines, grenades, transport vehicles, stuff like this. Medical supplies, yeah. And let's say then you could stockpile it. And then you could redirect it to different depots, large depots. And you could then sit there, like let's say you're going to attack Germany. You can sit there and stockpile. Now, of course, they'll have to edit the fucking map, not the map, but the custom battle plan, because then the battle plan could estimate how much fuel, supplies, medical supplies, and other stuff that you need, or whatever, and so you could save up this and plus more. And then you could section off your army to take from different depots, so they're not all taking from one. And then you know what I mean. And then you have to save up, and then they'll use this resource, the saved supplies, to attack the enemy, and use them on a constant basis. Now, also with this, I think, along with the intelligence system, if you could gain proper intelligence, your armies have better reconnaissance and stuff. You should be able to tell. And recon from air, you should be able to tell where the enemy stockpiles are, where their depots are, how far back are they, maybe intercept their supplies, and then the enemy, if the AI is good, should retaliate and push you back from their supplies and try to take your supplies, or bombing the enemy supplies. Maybe if you had air superiority for 3 days straight in Hearts of Iron, you could bomb the shit out of their supplies, giving you the edge you need to break through that line, or something like that. Something with just that depth that Hearts of Iron so fucking needs. Now, I'm definitely not saying what my opinions are the exact reason why Hearts of Iron is failing, and that they should do my idea because I'm the greatest. No. I'm just giving suggestions because this is what I believe it really needs. Now, of course, everyone has different opinions. Some people may think I'm wrong, some people think I'm right, but this is overall how I feel and why I intensely dislike Hearts of Iron. Because to me, it's just build units and attack different countries and struggle with naval and air support, which again is another problem in the game, but I didn't bother to touch on that because I not only do not have any solutions, but it's just so obvious that it really does need help. And then a lot of other things. Now this video is mainly to hate on Hearts of Iron. There are a lot of good things that did come with Hearts of Iron 4, like the focus trees, the new tech, the military and civilian factories, and telling which factories are producing, weapons and tanks, and well, they're all weapons, but you get what I mean. It's nice, but I feel like that's a step in the right direction, but I think they take a whole bunch of steps back by just still leaving it. I attack here, I have air support here, I may naval invade this, and that's just like, okay, whatever, dude. I must build infrastructure here because blah. It's just, yeah. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.